Good morning, everyone. This is Sarah Cavalier from Coldwell Banker Distinctive Properties. It's Focus Friday on a cold, wintry, blustery day. It's January 12th, and today we're going to talk home warranties. Because what happens when something breaks or freezes, right? When it's this way, who do you call and who can help us? And it's the team from Home Warranty. Welcome, you guys. Hi, Doug.
Morning.
Well, Doug, why don't you tell us a little bit about who we have here?
Okay, I sure will, Sarah. We have our sales reps from the areas that you have your offices. We have Josh Carr from Montana and Idaho. We have Steve Rice from Colorado, also serves Wyoming. Peter Jackson from Iowa, also Minnesota. And then Mark Emmerich is in Kansas and also covers Missouri as well.
Awesome. Welcome, you guys. So tell us a little bit about home warranty. Are you in all the states that we're in?
We are. And we have obviously boots on the ground in all of them. And so basically, if you want me to just give a brief overview, I'm going to have Mark speak on our products and services, if that's okay, Sarah.
Awesome. Love it.
Great. Well, we appreciate you having us on Focus Friday today. As I mentioned, my name is Doug Knoll. I'm the National Sales Director for Home Warranty, and I've pretty much come full circle, starting in real estate 43 years ago when interest rate came down to 18% from 21. We had a recession, and I owned 4 real estate companies at the time, but I used Home Warranty as a broker from 2011 to 2018 as I got introduced to them. And then my wife has family in Pinehurst, North Carolina, and I like to golf. So we moved there, and they reached out, and I became a district sales rep for them for 4.5 years. We were bought out by a Fortune 200 company last year. Our boss became CEO and appointed me national sales director. And we actually started in the late 90s with our owner, who was a Marine and worked in the appliance business, didn't like the warranty companies he was working with. So he started one, and now we're a national company, and we're in about every state. There's a couple of them that we have made application to, but we're in Hawaii and Alaska. So that's really been great. Our mottos really are twofold: protect what matters and people serving people. And that's really what we want to do. I think you'll find out that our reps that are on here today, and all of our 25 reps, are not transactional, but they are relationship based, and they do want to build a relationship with the agents. We want to partner with them. We want to go alongside them, and we want to help them with sponsored events, whether it be for the agency, the agent. We want to help out in client parties and mixers, anything that you may have in the area. We would love to partner with and help out. While a lot of warranty companies are pulling reps off the road and going retail, we're growing exponentially, which is really awesome. I have introduced our reps that are on here today. I'm going to turn it over to Mark Emmerich. Mark just celebrated his 15th anniversary with the company. And as I like to say, Mark's forgot more than most people know. So we're going to turn over to Mark to talk a little bit about our products and services. And then in the end, when they have some questions, Sarah, if they could let us know what state they're coming from, we'll let that particular rep that represents that state answer the question for your agents. And then when they're done, we'll be done. And again, we appreciate you having us on today.
Awesome. Thank you, Doug. All right. You all heard it. When you have questions, start it off with what state you're in. All right. Mark.
Yes. So in a moment, I'm going to hit some of the unique features. But one thing I do want to really focus on, because I think this is more important to all the agents, is communications. And we talked about that. Doug just mentioned that communication is such a big deal with our company, that we have a call center that you can actually talk to people, and they're all in either Sioux Falls or South Dakota, or Rock Rapids or Sioux Falls. That's where the reps are at, and you can actually talk to them. I think the last statistic I saw was like within 1 minute, 97% of all the calls are answered by a human, and that's big. I mean, I know when I have a problem and I try to do something, I can never get a hold of a person, and we're not that hard to get a hold of. So that's, I think, really important for people to know. And the second thing is, us reps, on our paper, on the brochure that goes out, we have our phone number on there. And we want not only the agent to call us if there's a problem, but we want the homeowner, if they're having problems, confused, not sure how things work, to call us. So we want to be there. And in a med, I can show you the brochure, but on one side of the form, it starts with, well, shoot, I should, well, I'll get to that in just a minute. The second thing I want to hit on is that we are real help, and the company has given us a lot of authority and power of things we can do. I know that this is a game changer because we've had competition where there's an issue. The rep knows that this office is super important, and they turn around and go to their boss and say, hey, can we do something extra to help these guys out? And they're not able to do anything. We have actually a repair fund. Each rep has a repair fund where a percent of our sales goes into this fund. So it's not unlimited. There's a limit to it. But what it does allow is that we can take care of things when it's questionable. Okay, what we should do is kind of gray, and we can actually make things right and help people out. So we actually have some power to do things. And I think this is really important for you to know. The other thing, which Doug hit on a little bit, is the marketing money. We're given a dollar amount for marketing. We can do with it whatever we decide's best. I remember going to some trade show, and these guys had all these Band-Aids out, and that's what things are giving away. And I was like, why are you guys giving out Band-Aids? And they said, well, our marketing department, that's what they have us do. So that's all we can do. They're restricted. We're not restricted. And so that allows us to say, okay, I don't want to go to that event because that's not going to be good. But coming alongside your agent, helping them with a client appreciation party, we can do that. That's beneficial. So yeah, I know that's not all aligned with the plan, but that's really a big thing that your agent's going to be concerned about. Now, can I share a screen then? Is that allowed? No? Okay, I won't do it. Actually, I don't even see where I have that screen. So anyway, talk about one of the unique things about us is we're 14 months. 14 months, yeah, you can do the math. There's 2 extra months. Okay, we can figure it out. You can figure out the cost savings, all that stuff. But really, the big thing about it is the number one claim that we pay out on is the air conditioner, a leak in the air conditioner, a problem with the air conditioner. That's number one. And if you look at where the majority of the sales happen, when they happen, by having 14 months, you're going to have, in a sense, 2 years of coverage on the number one thing that we have problems with, the air conditioner. So it's a bigger deal than it sounds by having that extra 2 months. The other thing is our free listing coverage with no obligation, no strings attached. That, oh, get excited now. Yeah, I know. So that no strings attached allows each agent to systematically have a system where they talk to their seller and they say, hey, seller, I'm going to put some free coverage on for you right now. I'm going to protect you while the house is listed. Who knows, when the house gets inspected, we might be able to find some things to get these guys to take care of. We'll discuss purchasing the warranty when that offer comes in. But it allows them to do that on every single person, because even if there's a claim made, if we're not part of the contract, the final contract, they owe us nothing. They can leave. So this allows you to give extra protection to your clients. I have one agent that's used us for years. She puts us on every single thing, and she proudly told us, like, hey, we got a free stove out of you guys and a repaired refrigerator, and nobody bought the warranty. Well, it's nice that it helped her out, but that's what we're here for, is to help out. Hopefully there'll be more transition to a purchase warranty, but it is there as a free thing. The other item is that we have a flex ability on the techs. We are in many areas, most areas, we actually have some techs that we like to work with. We have a relationship with them. But if your agents or your homeowner has a tech they want to have come in their house, they can do that. It's so that so, if somebody moves into a new area, they may not know anybody, and we do have people that already we worked with, and we can advise. So it's there's typically you see out there now, there's companies either you have to use their tech or it's completely open, you use whatever you want, and we kind of have that hybrid system that helps out a little bit. And one last thing, I know there's a bunch of things to hit on, but one thing we do also that's completely different than everybody else is the Surge Shield protection. This takes care of your gaming systems, your TV sets, your monitors, your routers. It takes care of all that electronic stuff for any type of surge problem. It's zero deductible, up to $5,000 per incident. So it's a big thing, especially when many of the clients and actually many of the agents working from home, that their computer system, their electronics is super important. And if there was a problem like now when power goes off, so it's not just lightning strikes. If your power goes off and then when it kicks back on, things get fried, it's covered. And so that's a unique thing that you're not going to find anybody else to have. And I'll end it there because I don't want to overwhelm you, because we do have a bunch of different items.
Hey, Sarah, also, I may add that I think I have given the reps all the offices that you guys are in, and I think most of them have stopped at those offices, dropped off some brochures, and I believe some of them even have some meetings scheduled to get in and chat with the agents as well. And like Mark said, we have home connection, we have veteran and active military discounts. It can just go down the list, but again, each of these reps are happy to take phone calls and talk to the agents about the warranties. So if there's any questions, we're happy to answer them.
Wow, that's awesome. Great. Are we going to hear from anyone else, Doug? Oh,
Peter, Steve, Josh.
Peter
I'll
wanted
just
to
add something.
go ahead, Josh.
Oh, okay. Something to add, just real simple to Mark's point with that claims flex balance. I just had yesterday, I had our office call me and say, hey, one of my bigger agents, it was something super silly. It was like some part of a hose for their washer, right? It's not a covered item, but my office called me. It's one of my gold agents who we can label that. So I want a phone call before anything gets denied with that agent. I want a phone call beforehand, and it was $200, and so you cover it. Everybody's happy. Everybody wins. It's such a powerful thing. It's really great to have. So I just wanted to go on that. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Peter, you're unmuted.
I am. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I'm unmuted now.
Yes. Mhm.
Good. Okay. Well, just like to introduce myself. Yeah, and I have stopped at a few offices already. Matter of fact, I have an appointment set with the West Des Moines office, Angela Loper.
Gotcha. West
And
Town.
really looking forward to that. One of the things that I want to just kind of emphasize that Mark talked about is our contact information on everything. Because not only do I want the agents I work with to feel comfortable calling me with questions, I want the homeowner. A 5-minute conversation with a homeowner prior to the coverage going in place is a whole lot better than a 20-minute conversation 6 months from now when they go, oh, I thought it would do this. And what I think it does is help set realistic expectations, which eliminates issues on the back end for everybody.
Yeah, I love that. We do have some questions now. What about pricing? What about coverage limits? And may I add pre-existing conditions?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be glad to hit a couple of those as much as I can remember here. So we have two plans now. We've had one for years, going off the simplicity of just making it simple for the agents. There's only one, and you don't have to worry about the second one. But there's going to be a couple things happening. One is repair costs are starting to go way up, and to get a price of a warranty that people are expecting to pay, and to do all the repairs they're expecting to do, it doesn't match up. You know, when I first started, a $325 warranty would replace like everything. It's no problem, replace everything. But back then, a heating and cooling system was less than $4,000. I mean, it's like 3,000. You know, you can find get replaced at that time. Now it's not the case. So there has been a change with all the warranty companies that they're now really stressing we will help significantly with the pay, the replacement, the repairs, and that's because that there's limitations on how much we would spend for a particular repair. So one of the questions was limits. More of the limits are aimed towards the repair costs that there's people that are you know, it's kind of, some places there's the Wild West, and there's only a few techs out there, and they will charge everything. And we've had people charging $300 for a pound of refrigerant that we could buy for $20. And so there's really wild. So we kind of set, this is our typical repair cost. The big thing people are looking at is probably the heating and air, and we have $2,500 with the base plan. If they get the enhanced coverage, it goes up to $5,000, which is, you think about, okay, that's going to be significant help for a lot of people. So we also have the second plan that is now $895. So there's got a $595 plan, that's our lower plan, and then the $895 plan. That plan has higher limits on most items. There's some higher limits. For example, on the microwave, the most we would pay out on a microwave in the base plan is like $250. I think it's the limit. And which you think about $250, that takes care of my microwave, no problem. Especially you think about, we have a $100 deductible, so you add that $100 deductible to that, so that's like $350 for a microwave. That's good. But you go to the executive plan, it's $600. So that's going to be able to take care of people with a little more high end stuff. But the super high end, that's $3,000 microwave, which I've seen, is not going to hit that $3,000 microwave, but it's going to help them a lot. I mean, $600 is still good. So that's where we're at on the limits. Unknown pre-existing condition coverage, we have it free, but it requires an inspection. And so basically the inspector has to send it in. Somebody has to send it in to us. We get the inspection report. As long as the item passes basically two criteria. One is they visually looked at it and looked fine. There's no excessive rust, wires hanging out, scorch marks, flames shooting out the side. We've had that before. and then the second item is they actually are able to turn it on. It kicks on like it should, it runs like it should, and turns off like it should. If all that's good, and then later on we found maybe there's a crack in the heat exchanger that was missed because home inspectors don't check that, we would cover that. But somebody needs to turn in that inspection report prior to closing.
Okay. All right. Good.
And Sarah, I think also on our 895 plan, kind of the Cadillac plan, we have our products in there is almost $1,200 worth for 895, and again, that's for the 14 months. I think there's 19 items plus the HVAC on the main plan, and maybe 26 items on our other plan. And again, that's with us talking with the agents and seeing what fits the best for them. Keep in mind too, this is insurance, and it's internal insurance. It's not structure. It's, we have some roof plans and things like that, but that's more of a handyman patching or sealing or things like that. If you're getting a new roof, it's usually from homeowners insurance. So we are the interior works of the warranty. And again, There's pretty good coverage for that, but I think I don't think Mark could put up the brochure on the screen today. It wouldn't allow him, but we can always, most of the brochure should be in the offices to take a look at.
You know what? Mark should be able to upload or not upload, but share his screen and share that. So if
Okay.
Mark wants to try.
Give that a try, Mark. The other thing is, everybody needs to keep in mind that insurance is always depreciation as well. And, it's the old adage, you can't wreck a 2000 Oldsmobile and get 40 grand back for a Cadillac. Insurance doesn't work that way. So what we're trying to do is, if a system is completely shot, it's worth nothing. So we want to help get started again from that standpoint. And there's the Emmerich team. So thanks, Mark.
Okay, what about the deductible? So if I'm the homeowner and I call in, do I have to pay like a service call fee?
Yeah, that's a $100 deductible.
Okay, awesome.
And both plans have the same deductible on that. And even the free listing coverage I talked about, that also has the $100.
Okay. Regarding the inspection, does that apply to a homeowner wanting coverage after the closing? So let's say they've lived there for a couple years and they decide they want to get coverage. How is that handled since it's been 2 years since they had the inspection?
Yeah, so you can always get the warranty put on the property at any time. In fact, after a year, they can go on a monthly plan and just start paying monthly, which is a nice callback item that some of your agents might do to have a reason to call the agent and say, hey, we just talked to this rep of a home warranty and we can put it on for like $50 a month. You can have this coverage to take care of all these things. They cannot get unknown pre-existing condition coverage. So what basically the unknown pre-existing condition coverage was created for the person buying the house. They don't know anything about it. It's kind of scary, and this kind of helps take care of that risk. We're assuming if somebody's lived in that house for 2 years, then they probably know what's good and what's not. So if they get it, just think about it. If they start it and then the next day they call in a claim, and we ask that technician, could this breakage have occurred since the warranty went into effect? And the tech says, I can't tell when it broke down, but it's been more than a week, then it's not going to be covered.
Gotcha. So is there a 30-day waiting period?
If they go on the monthly, there will be a 30-day. But if they go ahead and pay for the whole thing, right, 2 years down the road, they want to get it, they pay the $595, then it starts right then.
Okay, very good. Awesome. Hey, Mark, the Kansas City office would like it if you would send plans and pricing on the website electronic documents plan that you, the coverage. So over the weekend, if something happens to the gaming system while the kids are stuck inside, please send that to Shanna or to Kenan, whichever the two you want to reach out to. Send that out so they can get it. I believe, can we scroll, Mark, if you don't mind, scroll down so we can see towards the bottom of the page. There we go. So this is the same no matter what market we're in, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Oh gosh, that's wonderful.
And again, Sarah, look at the bottom. We have new construction plans. Years 1 through 4, it's 200 a year. Years 2 through 4, it's 650 total. So we have that as well. And being a broker and being in real estate for so long, it's really our job to educate the real estate agents. And I know Coldwell Banker does a great job with resources and training, but it's our job really to educate them on how warranties work. And it's amazing what kind of feedback I've gotten over the years, like, oh, this house has a ton of problems, let's put a warranty on it. And it's kind of like, you can't take your wrecked car to the insurance company and say, I want insurance on my wrecked car. Then once you put it on, I want it fixed. And that's called pre-existing. So anybody can get a warranty at any time. Everything just has to be working. And then during the 14 months, when there's issues, then we come in and take care of it. But that's the basic premise of how warranties work. So, And these guys would love to get in and expound, you know, a little more detail with a lunch and learn or a breakfast meeting or anything like that. They're very open to that, and that's actually some of the best ways that we can assist.
I do
Awesome.
want to throw something else out for you that's of value. Peter Jackson and myself, we actually teach CE. We've done it for several years. We do I do a 3-hour course, state approved. So if that would be value to your agents, that we can go in there, and it's not a sales presentation. We cannot talk about our company, but we talk about home warranties, explain how they work to get the expectations right, and it would be a value for them.
Awesome. So I'm the person to talk to help get that set up in all of our states. So let's make sure the three of us connect. I'm not seeing any other questions, although I know the agents probably have some one-on-one questions and they can't wait to meet you. Thank you, Home Warranty team, for meeting with us today. A shout out to our agents. Next week, there is no Focus Friday. Why is that? Well, on Thursday, we have the kickoff rally, which starts at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Central Time. Our featured speaker is Kate Rossi. She is with Coldwell Banker. Oh, I froze. Okay. She's with Coldwell Banker, but we have some other really, really great information. So everyone stay safe. If it's safe and all right, then I hope you sell something this weekend. Otherwise, I'll see the rest of you on Thursday. Take care, everyone.